What is up, YouTube? I'm Christopher Chiswick, and today I'm going to be reviewing Thunder trucks. Not any specific model, but just Thunder trucks in general. This was a request by Lyden Dow. Literally, if you want me to review something, tell me, and I'll do it, because I'll give you the straight-up truth. That was a bit too animated, but yes, I'll give you the straight-up truth. Ironically, I said that it's not going to be a specific Thunder truck, but really, I've only bought the, I've had 3 different pairs of Thunders, if I can remember. The first ones were they were like black Chris Cole Pro models. They're okay. 8 inches. They're like the 147s. These are 147s, but the ones that I have in my possession now are the 147 low polished and the 149 high polished. I used to be really into Crux trucks, but when I first started getting into Thunders, I moved into Thunders because Crux at the time didn't have 8.0 axle trucks, but now they do, and I'm so sore about it because the bushings that come in Crux trucks are the absolute best bushings. They're perfect. They're absolutely perfect. Thief trucks come with Bones hard cores, which would be totally cool if the trucks didn't suck. In my opinion, I don't like it because the kingpin goes up higher than the truck or whatever. I just don't like them. They're okay. I think it's the fact that I got tar on them. Whatever. We're here. We're moving on. So, Crux trucks. No, Thunder. These trucks are the team edition, which I just read are completely backed by everybody on the team. Supposedly, I have no idea. There might be some hatred somewhere, somehow. These are just plain polished. Either these are polished or the raw polished. They might just be... There's no raw polished. Raw or polished. For all intents and purposes, let's just call these polished. So, my experience with Thunder trucks have been good so far. I've only had trucks by 4 companies. It was independent. Those were like on a 775 board, so I don't even really consider those trucks. They were independents. Then I had Crux, and then Thief, and then Thunder. Thunder trucks have been the absolute best. I will be very honest about these trucks, though, because even though I love them, there are some things that I absolutely hate about them. Okay, like my first pair of Thunders were the Chris Coles that I got at Woodward my first time going there. That was also when I got my first 8.5 board, but since then I've jumped up to 9.0, and I'm looking into a transportation unit, skateboard, or another Welcome, or whatever. But these trucks, they grind amazingly. Like, when the website says that they are like the trucks that are most true or whatever, or the best trucks, they really mean it. These trucks are amazing. They grind perfectly, even on really gritty things like where I am right now. It's not Cali. There's nothing gold pristine. There's no granite benches that slide just so perfectly. Everything is gritty and disgusting. And these have held up. Granted, I got a little bit of metal in my hand from grabbing one of the trucks, but that was easily picked out. But instead of holding this up, they're both the same truck. These are just 149 highs. I'm going to hold the 147 lows. 147 pretty much means an 8-inch axle. 149 means an 8.5-inch axle. I was really torn up because I wanted low trucks, because I thought I would lose my response time, because I like doing a lot of dupe and then do like really quick poppy things. But on their website, they also state that they have the best response time, and that's absolutely true. Like, granted, there's not much of a difference between a low and a high truck, as I've come to realize. Less wheel bite, probably. But the response time is pretty much the same, and they're like the best responding trucks. They turn really well. Granted, my trucks come loose a lot, but that's all my fault. It's because I'm not tightening it or countersinking my bolts. But that's because the guy at Funbox boards in Danville told me, hey, that ruins the board. And he's completely right, because I have pressure cracks going all over this because I countersunk it a little bit. So that's my fault also. But Thunder Trucks, let's just get the cons out there real quick. The bushings that come in Thunder Trucks are trash. They suck a lot. That's why whenever I get new trucks, I always make it a point to just get Bones Hardcores, so I can just put them right in there. No big deal. But the bushings that come in these are some like yellowy, like clear yellow jello kind of things, and they stick. Like if you land weird, they stick. Like your board could be like right here, and your truck could like stick like that. And that's the honest truth. Also, I've noticed that my kingpins in Thunder Trucks snap a hell of a lot faster than in other trucks. So I also make it a point to buy independent replacement kingpins, just in case. And it's literally just hammering out the old kingpin and hammering in the new one. It's nothing too big. So those are the cons of these trucks. The bushings suck and the kingpins snap. I've never had this problem with any other truck, but whatever. It's gonna happen. That's why the three B's of skateboarding are extra. Well, the extra stuff you need to have are bearings, bushings, and backup kingpins. Bearings, bushings, backup kingpins. The 3 B's of skateboarding essentials. The necessities that you need extra, just lying around. Bearings, bushings, backup kingpins. You'll notice that I stretched it a little bit to get to the kingpin part. But you literally need those. Thunder Trucks, though, I've never, I did review Thieves, but, I pretty much just bashed them. Because I really didn't like them. But I really do like Thunders. And it's really hard to just, say what I like about them. Because they're trucks, you just use them. But, they have a really nice turn. I skate my trucks really, really tight. And, they still respond. They're not just hey, we're trucks. We're standing for our rights. No, they're, responding. They're moving. They're collaborating with whatever the hell I'm doing. Which is really nice. And, longboarders, I don't like mentioning it, but, longboarders, they carve and shit and do whatever they do. With Thunder Trucks, as well as probably any other truck, the response is that fluid. It's not granted, I've never gotten to a point where my trucks didn't squeak, but, nobody ever will, probably. And if they do, what is wrong? There's something wrong. These grind really well right out of the box. I remember, I always like skating old trucks. Everybody likes skating old trucks. But I think I remember that the first time I got these trucks, I went and, they just grinded so perfectly. Granted, they're really smooth, and probably what I was grinding on was, some plastic polymer or plastic mix or whatever. Some plastic substance. I was grinding on something plastic, probably. Whatever Rollett's made out of, I was probably grinding on that. And it worked. And, even though my trucks are getting grittier and grittier, it's still grinding. Pretty much all I have to work with here are, you know how red curbs in California, you can just slappy on them real easy. So we have yellow curbs here on the East Coast, and they are not easy to grind. Pretty much you have to wax them, and they're only good for a limited time because, the more and more you grind on them, the more the paint will come off, and then it'll just show exposed cinders packed together real tight, real exposed stone, and that doesn't slide. So now I have to do board slides on them, and that's not nearly as fun. But yeah, these trucks are amazing trucks. The response time is good. They grind right out of the box. Obviously, any truck is going to grind right out of the box, but I've had I don't stick. I hardly ever stick, and if I stick, it's because I was too far forward. These trucks really, really let you get through the grind, and I was really into the craziness of Crux trucks. I had the green jade ones, I had the purple lightning ones, I had the rainbow ones. But you get older, you just want things to be a little bit more simple. So I got the plain polished ones, and I couldn't be happier. Because looking at other trucks on boards, we're gonna go from we're gonna go from an aesthetic point of view. looking at other trucks on boards, different colors, like, granted, it can look pretty weird. The first board I ever got, I only picked out everything because Chad Muska wrote it. And I wanted it all to match. I used to want my boards to match. And that was the stupidest thing I ever did. It's because I was really young, but now, you grow up, you really don't care. Literally, when I first started getting to 8.5 boards, nobody had them, so I had to really pick everywhere. I had to, whatever I could get, I would just take, because that's the best I could get. But now, everybody has 8.5s, people are, doing up to 9s. There are shaped board companies just getting real big all over the place. Transportation unit, wellness. Transportation unit, welcome. God, I saw that Vision and Schmidt sticks, and Sims, Vision and Sims, they have boards that are on Skate Warehouse, and that's pretty cool, because those are really old companies. It's getting big again, and it's awesome. Elephant skateboards, it's really cool. And granted, I back it 100%. So, back to these Thunders. They are, they're really, really solid trucks. We were on aesthetics. When you're looking at other boards, black trucks can look really weird on boards or whatever, but you're never really gonna get a board that's silver foil. It usually only has gold foil, at least the primitive ones are. And the new hookups. Oh, JK Industries, Jeremy Klein Industries. He's got shaped boards, which is so badass. I want to get one of that one space futuristic girl looking one that's all gold or whatever. It just looks awesome. Mother Collective. That's a really cool company. They're not shaped, but all their artwork is really, really cool. It's amazing. Taking a girl's head, cutting it in half, spreading it out in the middle of a blue natural dye, and it just looks so good. All these new up-and-coming companies are definitely worth supporting because they are doing cool things with skateboarding. But yeah, there's hardly ever going to be a silver foil on your board, on any board, pretty much, because everybody just wants gold. You're not going to be like, you know what, guys, this is our board company, let's do bronze foil. Let's do bronze foil. Everybody wants bronze foil. No, psychologically, in your head, everybody wants to be the best. Even if you don't want to, you want to be really good at something. So really good at something. What's the best thing you could get? Gold. Trophies are gold, medals are gold, if they're the best. Nobody's going to be like, oh, let's do silver foil, or bronze foil, or let's do a nice mint foil. Mint foil, that'd be really cool. Somebody think about that. But when you're looking at your board and just plain regular silver raw trucks or whatever, they look good. They look good. Oh, that's it. That's it. Raw is the color. Raw isn't the type. So yeah, these are both polished, but this is the team edition. The one's on my welcome. By the way, this board is really sick. Yeah, the trucks don't wear down really fast, which is really nice. It's really solid material that when you grind a lot and a lot and a lot on even really, really rugged things, the reason that I got metal in my hand from my 149s is because I was grinding on this angle iron that was splintering up. So these trucks themselves don't leave any metal to get stuck in your hand, which is really cool. So you can mall grab for days if you're that kind of guy or girl. There's some really sick women skaters that are coming up that are absolutely killing it more than I can kill it. I can hardly kill it. I can slap it a little bit. I can just kickflip everything. But it's really solid. There's no gimmick to the trucks that I have. They're just naturally good trucks. I love companies that don't do gimmicks, Almost Uber Light or Element Featherlight or Darkstar or no, not Darkstar. Forget Darkstar. Baczynski. He went to Darkstar. Whatever. Money. That's it. Because Darkstar. Adam Dye, he's okay. Galileo Mamalu. I don't even know if that's his name, but I watched one of his parts and he kills it. He does kill it. But there's no gimmick to these trucks. Granted, there are the hollow lights, which are supposed to be lighter, but welcome boards, along with the gimmick that they're shaped. The board itself doesn't have any technology in it besides wood. which I really, really enjoy. Like, they're simple things. Everything is simple. I do skate Bones STFs religiously because they do slide. They slide incredibly. I've had other wheels. I tried Ricta, like Chrome Core or whatever, and they just sucked because they didn't do anything. That's why if you watch Cruisin', that backside kickflip, alley-oop, that took an hour because they wouldn't slide. It was garbage. But and I skate shake junts because I wanted to get away from Bones Reds. Welcome shirt. But yeah, there's absolutely no gimmick to these trucks. They're just trucks. But they're really, really good trucks. They grind amazingly. The response time is perfect. The pivot cups are something to really note. The pivot cups don't wear out. I've never had a pair of Thunders with their pivot cups. They wear out. I had a pair of Crux. The pivot cup wore out. But I never ever had a Thunder that the pivot cup wore out. And everything is really, really solid on these trucks. Some minor things like this is gonna get really dented up, obviously. This is gonna get smashed in, no doubt, because you're gonna try and ollie up to a curve, and it's just gonna. Oh, it's dented on both my boards. I might have done a switch ollie up to something and just did that. But it's all really solid. There's a lot of room right here, which is nice. It's not sunk in. The base plate is extremely solid. You know how if you're trying to fix something, because it's a little bit bent, and you try and bend it back, it gets weaker. When we were hammering in when my dad and I were hammering in my kingpins, my replacement kingpins, because these kingpins suck, these bushings suck. Those are the only things that suck about these trucks. We bent the base plate, and then just hammered it back in, and it was fine, absolutely fine, which was great. And the base plates are very simple too. It just says Thunder. There's a lightning bolt. The reason I got into Thunders is because my friend Eric Hoppy had Thunders, and I looked up to him skating, and now I'm taller than him, so I can kind of look down on him condescendingly. But I really wish I could have skated with him today. It looked like he had a good time on Instagram. I didn't see any tricks. I didn't see any clips. Eric, where are the clips? Whatever. And these ones just say Thunder and Team, and it's very simple. And the bottoms of them, that's simple. That's cool. These trucks. All right, let's wrap this whole thing up. These trucks. The cons. The bushings suck. Always try to get stock bush. Well, not stock bushings. Go buy extra bushings. Bearings, bushings, backup kingpins. Bearings, bushings, backup kingpins. 3 things you need. These kingpins suck. I've had two or three, probably, Thunder kingpins snap on me. So what I would do is buy independent replacement kingpins. I haven't had a legitimate independent truck because, I've had a 775. That was the first professional board I ever had because Ed Muska's name on it with those Thunder trucks. They were just too small. They literally grind that big and whatever. So I don't really consider those. I haven't had another pair of Thunder trucks. Thunder independent. I might try them, but whatever. I'm so hooked on Thunder. And okay, back to the bushings. The bushings absolutely suck. They stick, and they're like yellow gel, and it just looks really weird. So go out, get yourself a set of Dodos, whatever you skate. If you skate, I would just recommend Bones bushings because they're so good, along with Bones wheels. Bones hardcore bushings are my bushings of choice. They come in thieves. I really don't care about thieves. Now let's get to the pros. It grinds absolutely perfect. It doesn't wear down really fast. But people skate old trucks. I really haven't had any of my trucks for that long because I'm always kind of moving around in size. And these, and a 9-inch board, 8.0, 9-inch, that'd be too big of a difference on each side of the axle end for me. So that's why I jumped it up to a high 149 polished Thunder truck. What else? The response time is really good. It's very fluid. It's not choppy. And whenever I really I've noticed with Thunder trucks, when I'm tightening my my kingpin to try and get it exactly the way that I want it, the board sits flat. It doesn't there wasn't one wheel that's going like this the whole time. It's a good time. The base plate's very solid. This doesn't wear down. This grinds right out of the box. Granted, any truck would grind right out of the box, but it feels really good because I've never stuck with these trucks, and I really enjoy that. It's a nice, clean, simple design. The pivot cups are Brilliant. The pivot cups are brilliant. Nobody's ever said that. The pivot cups. These pivot cups are brilliant. Okay, so thank you. This has been a suggestion by Lyden Dow. This was my Thunder truck review. No specific trucks, but I have the Thunder 147, 149 polished low and high trucks. So, literally, if you there's a sticker for Alabaster Coffee in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Coffee or die. It's amazing coffee. I got a caramel latte from there yesterday. Literally, still dying. But if you are ever considering trucks, I would definitely go Thunder. They are very solid trucks. They don't wear down. The response time is amazing. Yeah, the response time is brilliant. It's so good because it's like it's fluid. It's really nice. You don't get any choppy movement. It's really nice. But you can buy whatever trucks you want. I just told you everything that I feel. All these truths I feel I hold to be self-evident. Self-evident. So yeah, this has been my review of Thunder trucks. This was a request by Lyden Dow. Literally, if you see anything that I have, tell me. You have these things. You have them. Thanks. No, tell me to review them, and I'll review them. Because there are some things that I haven't reviewed that I totally could. I need a new pair of shoes because mine are really getting on in years. There's like 2 holes right there. I really want the new Figueroas from America. But whatever. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.